He went to his fucking room.
Took his ball.
He took his ball and went to his room. He's 35. No, you're a 35-year-old grown-ass man, Nick.
Ain't that the mature thing to walk?
No, it's not, Nick. It's to shut the fuck up in that moment.
You the player, he the coach. Just sit up there, sit there.
Why you think Stackhouse other coaches went over there trying to listen?
Relax, bro.
Just.
I agree with the walking away.
Just to shut the fuck up. No,
I agree with the walking away though, too, though.
It's both things, right? You walked away so you would shut the fuck up, right?
Yes.
So why not have the discipline?
So look, Kenyon Martin has now responded to the situation involving Draymond Green and Steve Kerr on the sideline. This is about that moment where Draymond left the bench area, went into the back, and later said he was doing some stretching and taking care of a few things. But the reality is, he didn't want to hear what his coach had to say. They couldn't agree in that moment, and instead of sitting there and working through it, Draymond bolted straight to the locker room. And honestly, I think that's outrageous. If you're going to be the vocal leader of the team, disagreements with the coach are going to happen. That's normal. You can go back and forth, you can disagree, and you don't have to see eye to eye on everything. But once that moment passes and you're heading back into the game, you handle it on the floor. You do what you think is best within the system. What you don't do is publicly show up your coach by storming off to the locker room. That sends the wrong message, not just to the coaching staff, but to the entire team. And this isn't the first time Kenyon Martin has had something to say about Draymond Green lately. He's been pretty vocal about his issues with how Draymond carries himself. So let's take a look at what Kenyon Martin had to say about this situation on Gil's Arena today.
He went to his fucking room.
Took his ball.
He took his ball and went to his room. He's 35. No, you're a 35-year-old grown-ass man, Nick.
Ain't that the mature thing to walk?
No, it's not, Nick. It's to shut the fuck up in that moment.
You the player, he the coach. Just sit up there, sit there.
Why you think Stackhouse other coaches went over there trying to listen?
Relax, bro.
I agree with the walking away.
Just to shut the fuck up. No,
I agree with the walking away though, too, though.
It's both things, right? You walked away so you would shut the fuck up, right?
Yes.
So why not have the discipline in that moment to do the exact same thing? Just sit there and be like, maybe because I.
Or just stand outside the huddle.
No, just.
Go ahead.
Did he come back out?
And didn't play.
Yeah, he tried.
I took him. I know. He left the bench. He don't leave the bench. He's still in the game.
Yeah, he just stand outside the huddle.
He was in the huddle. Nick, the timeout was called, right? He's part of the five that the coach is talking to, right? They get into it. You're still in the game.
We don't know. He probably subbed him out.
But he had to, because he left the bench, Nick.
He walked away and came back, though. That's what I'm saying.
In the fourth quarter.
Came back in the fourth quarter. And like Steve Kerr said, after he left the bench, right? So he's not finna put you back in the game.
When as an angry person, walking away, I would feel like that's the more mature thing to do.
No, it's not.
I'm a fighter.
No, he's not a fighter.
Okay.
He's not a fighter.
Well, as a person like y'all standard, y'all get
not a
mad
fighter.
over anything.
He's not a fighter.
For real, y'all get mad.
No.
So if I'm being mature enough to walk away, that's mature to me. I came back out and celebrated my team.
Nick, so I put myself in the situation.
I agree with that too.
You was on the team with me, right? You played on the team with me.
Yeah, but I'm just
So
saying.
this is the thing.
I agree with that.
I'm looking at it in similar lenses, right? I'm looking at it in similar lenses. Like, I had my thing with George. Yes, I threatened to beat George Karl up at halftime. In the back. I didn't do it. Listen, was I mad enough on that bench to do it, Nick? 1,000% I was mad enough to go right down there to the end of that bench and say exactly what I said to him in the back. I'm saying? I didn't do it in front of everybody. I went in the back and did it. It was me and him.
But
I knew I wasn't going to play for the rest of the game. So,
I think first time, though. But this is first time.
Draymond, what happened and why did you leave the bench?
Temper spilled over, and I just thought it was best that I get out of there. I don't think there was a situation where it was going to get better. So that was just best to remove myself, that's it.
What caused the argument?
Basketball, it's what we do. We play basketball, it's an emotional game. You know, people lose their emotions. Sometimes it happens. It is what it is. You know, we've been at this now for a long time, you know. So sometimes you with people for a long time, there's a level of comfort and shit happens. We move forward.
I mean, do you feel like this will linger at all?
No, we move forward. We move forward.
Have you and Steven been able to talk about it since?
No, he had to talk to y'all. Everybody's doing their thing, but we're good. We'll move forward. We are.
It came after a couple of turnovers in the third. I mean, what's your level of frustration right now? I guess, you know, with your play right now.
I'm not frustrated at all. I had one turnover today. I had the ball the whole time I was in the game. So I know how to fix problems when there are problems. I have one turnover in my minutes, and I essentially ran our offense today. So
how do you feel? I mean, 15-15, y'all obviously won tonight. Like, just generally, like, where do you feel this team is at right now?
I think we're headed in the right direction. No one's happy about being 15-15, but I think we're starting to figure out different things, rotations, and who we are as a team. So I think that's all starting to come together, and we're looking a lot better.
Draymond.
How would you describe the nature of the conversation you and Draymond had on the bench in the third quarter before he went to the locker room?
Yeah, we got into it obviously, and you know, I took the time out just because I thought we lost our focus there a little bit, and so we had it out a little bit, and you know, he made his decision to go back to the locker room to cool off, and that's all I'm going to say about it. It's everything is private, and yeah, I got nothing further to.
Would you? I mean, he didn't play the last 20 minutes. Would you have gone back to him?
No, he wasn't going back.
Did he? And was that a decision by him or you?
Well, he left. He went back to the locker room, and so we moved forward, and the guys played great. The hell of a win, really good second half, and I'm very proud of the team. And yeah, like I said, nothing more to discuss from my end.
Just to clarify, he went to the locker room. He wasn't sent to the locker room.
Right.
Steve, you've been through a lot of different stuff in your career. How does the group move forward after that kind of exchange happens in a game?
The group's ready to go. I mean, you know, you could see the game tonight, and you know, we need Draymond, and he's a champion. And we've been together for a long time, and all we can do is the rest of the group keep pushing, keep getting better. I thought this was one of our better games. I thought the first half was brilliant. We just didn't make shots. I thought Draymond played great. The whole team was really, really good, but we were 3 for 18 from the three-point line. We just couldn't make anything in the first half, but the process was great. That continued through the second half, and yeah, it's unfortunate what happened, but it happened.
So you heard what Kenyon Martin had to say there, and I'll say this. These kinds of issues have been building for a long time. Draymond Green has been allowed to run wild for years. If David Stern was still the commissioner, this wouldn't even be a conversation, because Stern would have handled it himself. Instead, Draymond has mostly gotten slaps on the wrist, short suspensions, light consequences, and nobody truly checking him the way he should have been checked, especially inside that organization. And what we're seeing now is the result of that. This is the residue of letting things slide for too long. Look, yes, Draymond is an emotional player. He feeds off that intensity. That's part of what makes him effective. But walking off the bench and heading to the locker room because you don't want to hear your coach, that's crossing a line. Steph Curry isn't doing that. I've never seen LeBron James do that to a coach. So what makes Draymond think he's not expendable? And when you look at it now, it raises an even bigger question. The Warriors were willing to part ways with Klay Thompson. At what point does Draymond become expendable too? Klay should have been a lifer. Yes, he wanted more money. Yes, he felt disrespected. And honestly, some of that was on him. But one thing you never had to question with Klay was his character. Even when Klay struggled or wasn't seeing eye to eye with the team, it was about role changes and adjustment, not attitude. You never saw him walk off the bench because he disagreed with a coach. That's not acceptable behavior for anyone. Not Draymond, not anybody. Personally, I wouldn't have put him back in the game. And honestly, I might not play him in the next game either. That's a serious violation. There should be a fine from the team. There should be consequences that send a clear message. Maybe the first time it's a 1 or 2 game suspension, but after that, it needs to be heavy. You left in the third quarter and came back in the fourth if nothing had happened? Nah, that can't be the standard. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time.